Good morning, everyone. Welcome to day 115 of Isolate, Meditate, Create. My name is Jessica Lynn Johnson. I am the founder and CEO of Soaring Solo Studios, which is a company dedicated to the direction and development of one-person plays. So welcome to day 115. And for those of you who are new, the purpose of IMC is to join us together in creative community and do a little self-care, a little bit of creative expression, and maybe make some progress on our solo shows as well, if that's something that you're curious about. Okay, and just remember, if you missed any IMC, you can always go back on my YouTube channel, Soaring Solo LLC, and play back whatever you missed or rewatch something you've already seen and see if something new comes up for you to write about. And please make sure that you have something nearby you to write with and write on. As soon as we are done meditating, we're going to write together for a few minutes. And I do just want to say that sometimes the things that come up for us during the visualization can be triggering. So if you do find yourself triggered or pushed into some sort of negative space that you don't want to be in, feel free to jump off the call. If you need resources beyond that to support you in your mental and emotional health, please feel free to email me at soaringsoloartist@gmail.com and I can connect you with some powerful resources. Okay, so without further ado, please make sure that you are comfortable. Just go ahead and close your eyes. And let's just dive in. So just start to focus on your breath and let everything slow down. And audibly exhale out if you need to, just releasing whatever tension or stress you might be carrying. And with every in-breath, just imagine you are breathing in warm, bright, nourishing light that is filling every inch of your body, and just helping to calm you and relax you. And just really try to drop into this present moment, noticing whatever thoughts might be racing around in your mind, but not attaching to any of them. Just let them pass through, let them go on their way, and allow your mind to become a blank canvas. And just do a body scan, surveying every inch of your body, noticing where you might be carrying tension or discomfort. Just breathe deeply into those places and just really see that warm, bright, nourishing light entering those places and helping you further relax and release. Let your shoulders drop and your jaw loosen. And just get comfortable. And start to imagine with every in-breath, you are breathing in things that serve you, things that fill your cup and bring you joy. Breathing in optimism, abundance, kindness, forgiveness, love, curiosity, passion, creativity, innovation, support, whatever you need to call into your life. Just imagine on your in-breath, you are drawing that into your experience. And on every out-breath, releasing those things that do not serve you, those things that are getting in your way right now. Just imagine on your out-breath, letting those things go, letting go of negativity, limited beliefs or negative thoughts, pessimism, anger, unforgiveness, bitterness, resentment, whatever you need to let go of in this moment, just imagine on your out breath, pushing that far away from you. Just continue to breathe in those things that serve you and exhale those things that do not. Just take this moment to cleanse. And start to let your breath transform. So while you continue to breathe in those things that serve you, on your out breath, I want you to imagine giving back to the world, whatever it is you have to give back. So, with your out breath, you are giving back your creativity, your ideas, your support, your allyship, your passion, your kindness, your forgiveness, your love, whatever it is you have to give. Just imagine on your out breath, returning that to the world. Just continue on for a few moments, imagining your breath, giving and receiving. And in the next few moments, I'm going to guide you through a visualization and keeping your eyes closed, your breath deep, and your body relaxed. I want you to just go on this journey with me and trust whatever comes up for you. Try not to judge it or censor it or control it. And just know you'll never have to share anything that comes up for you unless you choose to. So just be very free in this experience. I want you to imagine that you're walking into a garden. You're walking into a garden that represents your life. And I just want you to spend a moment looking around this garden that represents your life and notice what parts of the garden are barren and dried up, what parts are flourishing, what parts have you yet to plant. Just spend some time walking around your garden, representing your life, and noticing what areas of your life are flourishing or need to have attention paid to them, where seeds need to be planted or seeds need to be watered. Just spend some time in this visualization, exploring your garden. And what are you noticing about your garden in terms of the balance? What areas of your life are needing your attention? And what is doing really well? What's flourishing and abundant? And just spend some time tending to this garden, appreciating the areas that are abundant and flourishing, and nurturing the areas that need your attention. Just visualize doing that. And just notice what feelings are coming up for you as you imagine this garden that represents your life. And you're witnessing what parts of the garden are dry and which ones are growing well. What feelings come up for you? Just honor those feelings, identify them, hold space for them. And just spend another couple of moments exploring your garden and nurturing it in whatever ways feel right for you. Taking another deep breath in. On your exhale, slowly open your eyes and come back to this present moment. And go ahead and reach for whatever it is you have to write with and write on. I'm going to set my timer for 8 minutes. And I just want you to, sorry, I'm having issues unlocking my phone. 1 second. Okay. And I just want you to write about whatever came up for you in that visualization. Maybe the metaphor works for you and you want to write about the garden from a first person narrative perspective, or maybe you want to personify one of the plants in the garden and write from their perspective a piece of poetry or song lyrics. Maybe a scene from your life comes up and you want to write a multi-character scene, and in solo theater you would be playing those characters. Whatever you want to write, just be as uncensored as you can. I will let you know when your time is up. You have about 4 minutes left, 4 minutes. And just under a minute left. Okay, so go ahead and wrap up your writing. Um, as as you hopefully experienced, metaphor can be a really beautiful way to access stories from our life, and also to get the audience to empathize with our lives when we use metaphor in solo theater. And I see that Sheila, I think was, yeah, there she is. Sheila Silver's on this call, and she uses the metaphor of river rafting in her show, All the Atoms. in the world, which is a show that's coming up, and I'll let her tell you about that in a little while. But yeah, metaphor can be a really, really powerful tool to use in our solo shows and in our writing. So hopefully you had some good things come up for you in that. I do want to just direct your attention to the chat. I put a whole bunch of Soaring Solo announcements. There's some really exciting things happening this month, and I'd love to draw your attention to that. So first of all, this coming Saturday is my 100% free, 100% awesome solo theater class, The Art of Creating the One-Person Play. So that's this Saturday, the 15th at 10 a.m. Pacific Standard Time, 12 p.m. Central, and 1 p.m. Eastern. So you can just go to soaringSoloStudios.com under events and free class and RSVP there, and you'll get the Zoom link automatically emailed to you. You don't have to have any experience. You don't have to bring anything to class but yourself virtually. And we will do a writing prompt together and share creatively, whoever wants to share. Also, the May Creating Captivating Characters Intensive with Soaring Solo instructor and award-winning solo artist Heather Dowling is sold out, but we do have availability starting in June for the intensive. So I'm going to turn this over to Heather and let her tell you a little bit about that. Let me unmute Heather and replace the spotlight. There we go.
There we go. Hi, everybody. Yeah, I'm so excited. I'm looking at the May class list. I've been getting ready for class to start tonight for the May intensive, and I'm so excited to have some of my returning favorites and some new people that are exploring. Creating captivating characters, it's the irony of it is what you should know about me is combined between my two solo shows, I have now played 51 characters. And when I met Jess the first time in our very first private meeting, the first thing I said to her is, I am not a character actor and I cannot do characters. So we have to find a different way to tell this story. So creating captivating characters came out of my own discovery of how characters became one of the most empowering ways for me to find my voice, to find even my story to be written through the point of view of the different people that were in my life for sure, but also the different internal states and voices in my head that had opinions about how things were going in the story that I was trying to tell. And so we go through the process of helping you to discover what does it look like to bring a character into your storytelling so that it is a performance and not just spoken word or not just stand up or something like that. So it really becomes a theatrical expression for you. And it doesn't matter what level you're at. Because if you have nothing written, you'll be surprised how playing with characters can start to write it for you. And on the flip side, if you've already written something that maybe is narrative, you'll start to see how vivid and how fun your piece can become with the introduction of characters and discovering techniques for that. So I really encourage you, if at any point that you're in development, it's a lot of fun because it's a small group, so it's very intimate. We get very close. Those who've been in it can vouch for this. We get very tight. And it's a lot of fun. It's a great way to develop your show. So I highly encourage that. And then Jess, I don't know, did you want me to talk the other stuff now or you want me to wait to get to those things?
Tell them about the brunch and your show and all that.
Yeah. So for the June intensive, if you want to be part of that, go send your email to storingsoloartist@gmail.com and say June intensive in the subject so we can get you on the list. They do sell out. So if you're interested, you want to jump on that. Now, just so you know, my second show, Fertile, has been selected as an encore performance for Best of Best for Solo Fest 2021 at Whitefire. And there will be a brand new live stream performance at 7 p.m. PST on Thursday, May 20th. Okay, so Jess and I have changed some things up technically to make it more fun for everyone. So I invite you to take a look at that, and you can get those tickets at fertileconversation.com or of course at storingsolostudios.com. It's listed with Jess's shows. But there's something special for you guys specifically. I am creating a breakdown brunch with Heather. What I'm going to do is on May 23rd at 11 a.m., I'm going to pop up my Zoom and be eating my bagel. I'm inviting you to join me for brunch, and we are going to break down the design of Fertile. Okay. So for $25, we're going to sit and talk about it. That includes a ticket to the live stream performance on the 20th. that you'll then have 72 hours to watch, so that you can watch and take notes and know what questions you'd want to ask, what techniques you want to understand. And so that when I'm referencing things that really work about it and the things and the logic behind how it was designed, you'll have something to reference specifically. So it's like giving you a template to kind of work from. So again, it's $25. It's on May 23rd at 11 a.m. Pacific time. There's, you know what? I'll put an Eventbrite link in here when Jess does the rest of the announcements. But if you're in development, boy, that'll be a great way. Or if you're just starting to try to understand how the solo format works, I think you could get a ton of value out of being in the brunch. Plus, I mean, it's brunch, right?
Yes, great. Thank you, Heather. Yes, and I think I put the link in there, but put it again just in case. Doesn't hurt to put it in there twice. And I know there's several people on the call who were selected for encores and best of fest, and I'd love to let them give shout outs for their shows. So Luca, if you are there and want to brag about your show, I would love for you to invite everybody, not to put you on the spot.
That's okay. Hi, good morning, everyone. Yes, I am doing my show, Island Girl, a rescue mission. I premiered it last year, literally a week before the shutdown. It was amazing. We had a full crowd. It was wonderful. I hugged and kissed everybody, and I haven't done anything like that since. But with the live stream experience that Brian has created at Whitefire, and of course with the support of Jessica, I was able to do the show 2 more times on live stream last year. I did it twice last year on live stream, and it was just such an interesting experience. I loved it. Such a unique hybrid kind of thing. It's great for the actor. I recommend it for everybody. So I'm doing it again on May 23rd on the evening. So after you have your brunch with Heather, the show is at 6 o'clock, and I would love for you to join me. It's a very unique show, and very tender and touching and fun. And I'd love to have you all join because I love this community so much.
Yes, thank you, Luca. And Luca, feel free to put the direct ticket link in the chat. I put the general Soaring Solo events link in there, but put your direct link in there too so that people can buy a ticket. Sheila Silva, who I was talking about before, let me have you talk about your upcoming Best of Fest performance. And let me unmute you. Sorry, give me a second. I'm not always the best at navigating all the Zoom stuff, so let me try and unmute you, and then it should let you unmute. There we go.
Good morning. Guys, if you told me a year ago that I'd be sitting here talking about my show with people whose shows have inspired me, Luca, Tanya, Shane, Johnny, Barbara, these were just people. I had no connection or anything. I was sitting staring at a screen going, well, what am I going to do during COVID? And working, and then lovely emails from so many of you. Candace, I was rereading your emails yesterday. So what I want to talk about is, yes, writing the show, performing the show is amazing, but the community is what's really been most powerful for me. As far as what we wrote about today, as with metaphors, Jessica taught me very early on, don't do this alone. You may be alone on the stage, but you're not alone on the stage. And I also attended the first, I was one of the guinea pigs in Heather's first class. It was so fabulous. And to see the characters we worked on come alive in the show, you know, with lots of humor and gut-wrenching honesty. But what Jessica had told me, you know, Sheila, you don't know where the show's going to end up. And then one thing that I think profoundly changed the script is when she said, you know, you're the hero of the show. And I never thought about that. I thought my son Adam was the hero. And that shifted everything for me because then I realized, oh, I know that format from Joseph Campbell's archetypal hero's journey. And I knew I needed to have a spirit guide and I needed, you know, because you wouldn't know to look at me, but I love outdoors. And I went, it's a river rafting trip. And so all of a sudden this character Scout emerged. And as you'll see on May 19th, when he leaves me, plot spoiler, I mean, it is so emotional because he's so real to me now. So the power of theater of the mind, the power of theater on stage. I have tickets to everyone else's show again because, oh my gosh, you learn so much by watching everyone else. So it's an honor, it's a privilege, and who knew? Who knew? I feel like Dorothy in The Wizard of Oz, who was living in a black and white world. And then when that door opened in Munchkin Land, there was a whole lot of color. And that's what I wrote about today, too. So May 19th, please come. There's also a book, and I can send you bookmarks. I mean, like, you get the whole package here. Thank you for the opportunity. I'll see you later today.
Thank you, Sheila. Yes, we'll see you later. And Johnny Ray, you also have an encore coming up. So let me replace your spotlight and unmute you, sir. So just select unmute. There we go.
Good morning, everybody. It's always good to see you all. I'm here in beautiful, sunny San Francisco Bay Area where I've been rehearsing my show after the fall. After the fall is about a tragic accident that I had and having to overcome it while overcoming all the shortcomings that happens in everyday life and the blessings that we sometimes forget. It will be on June 6th, which is exactly 18 years after my plane crash. So that date was chosen specifically for that. I look forward to having you all there. I'm a very empathic person, so I will feel you all there, and that's what drives me. I remember, all I can say is in 1993, I saw my very first solo performance at the B Street Theater in Sacramento. And from that day, I just thought I always wanted to do one. And on March 17th, I did that, and I'm getting an opportunity to do it again, and hopefully over and over. And it is an emotional thing for me, but exciting and fun. These are tears of fun and joy. Yeah, so I hope that you all can come. I think that my story has some good morals, I guess. I don't know. I think it's a good story. It's my life, and so it's a great story. And I'm here to tell it. I survived to tell it. So so I just want to say thank you to everybody, and I look forward to seeing Heather tonight for the intensive. Thank you, Jessica, for all your support, and really, like Sheila said, the community. All of you really inspire, encourage, and give me the energy to get up and do it over and over every day. Thank you. June 6th. June 6th.
Yes, and the link is in the chat. Thank you, Johnny.
6 p.m.
Yes. Okay, and Tanya, I think you're our last one with an encore coming up. Let me get you on here and let me unmute you with Naturally Tan, Best of Fest. Is it letting you unmute? There we go.
Yeah. Can you hear me?
Yes. Yes.
Okay. Hi, everyone. I've been so inspired by all of your shows. Luca's show that I watched last year, Johnny Ray, I watched it this year. It was incredible. And Sheila, oh my goodness. So powerful. and so empowering at the same time, you know, watching all of you pour your hearts out. And, you know, it's giving me the energy to put myself out there. You know, for so long, I've hid my story thinking it was not worthy. And, you know, there's so many bigger things happening around the world. And so I hid it. And, you know, going to Jessica's class, you know, the solo theater came into my life way before the pandemic. And I would see all of you sometimes in at the Whitefire Theater going up and sharing bits of your stories on stage. And I was always frightened to go up there and never did it so far because of course the pandemic hit and never got my chance. But during the pandemic year, you know, I transitioned into homeschooling my kids, hardest thing in the world. And Jessica, meeting up with Jessica, you know, once a week helped move this story forward. And, you know, I cannot believe I am here having done the show already. You know, of course, it was hard doing it without anyone in the theater but thankfully I had Jessica and Brian Rasmussen and the rest of the crew. But wow, I did it. And, you know, it's such an honor to get a Best of Fest award alongside Sheila. And, you know, I get to do it again. And so I would love, love, love your support in watching the show. It's this Sunday, May 16th at 6 p.m. Yeah, I'm getting emotional. So yeah, I hope you'll watch it. It's my cross-cultural path to self-worth. And yeah, thank you. I hope to see you.
Yay, thank you, Tanya. Well said. And yes, I put the link in the chat. Thank you everyone for talking about your shows and getting everyone excited about what's coming up. And just continuing on with some of the announcements. Yeah, Heather already told you about the intensive. So if you're interested in that in June, just email me at soringsoloartist@gmail.com. Or if you're interested in doing one-on-ones or power pairs or small groups, or you're like, what the heck are those things? Email me and I can tell you more about the different offerings that Soaring Solo has. The next IMC is happening on Wednesday, May 19th. So feel free to come onto the same link at 9 a.m. next week and 11 a.m. Central Time and 12 p.m. Eastern Time. And again, you can watch back all of the IMCs on my YouTube channel. And let's see. So yes, there's all the encores that we just mentioned, plus other ones that are coming up. And all of that information is on my website, soaringSoloStudios.com, under events. So everything you just heard about is there. And oh yes, and Hollywood Fringe just opened registration on May 1st, and their registration I think it goes all the way through the festival. So there's not really a cutoff for that until the end of the festival. You can kind of jump on board with it at any point. But if you're considering doing Fringe, if you want to suss out if that's a good fit for you or not, especially because it's on a digital platform this year with a small possibility that they might have some live audience, very, very small live audience members. It's going to be a different kind of festival this year, but it's a wonderful festival. It's a great way to grow your show and your solo career and your community, and just really embrace your creativity. So feel free to email me at soringsoloartist@gmail.com for some guidance on that as well. All right, everyone. I know we ran a little over today with all of our wonderful announcements and things, but thank you all so much for being here. I will leave the chat up when I step away, just in case you're still saying hi to each other or jotting down all the information, because we threw a lot at you. All right, well, have a beautiful Wednesday, and I will see you all soon.